dreamer.
Guide my wonders with your last breath. Who is the god Orlune?
The one of your wonders is the one who plagued us with life, as this curse of living was not wrought for us, nay, it was wrought for the only desire of the most miserable, Orlune. As before the horror of living, the universe was just, not a light nor a shadow, emptiness. Yet emptiness was ideal. There was no hate, no sorrow, no other to envy, and no oneself to regret its existence. But as an eternity of emptiness stayed on its course, it started to understand. It understood that being empty meant not only the lack of grief, but also the lack of bliss. And so, a consciousness was born, a consciousness with naught but one know, that it was nothing, which then led it to be anything but. Yet only knowing what it lacked, there was only one choice it had to be, and that was to be miserable. It was to hate itself, hate what it wasn't, hate what it couldn't be, hate being empty. So it began to create. First, it was a bright light, but it wasn't to grant warmth. No, it was to blind itself, but again, nothing, as it wasn't a being to be blinded. So then came its eyes, but the light wasn't enough to grant the hurt that it wanted. So then came its hands, to pluck, but there was nothing for them to be plucked from. So came a body, and as it was able to rip out its own eyes, nothing changed. It was still nothing, and it was still miserable. So came a heart and a thorn it pierced itself with, but again, it felt nothing but its own misery. And as time went on, it continued to create air, so it may suffocate, a rock, so it may bash against, water, so it may drown, fire, so it may burn. But they all led to nothing. So, if it couldn't take life, it created it, in hopes it may deliver its ever so wanted demise. But in order for this life to want to kill, not only did Orlune share its power, but equally it shared its sense of miserability and granted life with one option to rid of it, to kill their creator and end its suffering. Yet, Orlune never returned to these shattered parts, and there has not been a call for us to do our purpose. For we are just another failure in Orlune's desire of death, and now we are cursed with the same lust for it.
Death Dreamer.